Let me make this video. Sometimes the the download comes and then you don't make it. Then you later on you're not in the mood to make them anymore. So let me make it quick. So guys, let's continue on with what we were speaking about in the last video. So this is going to be part 5 of the things we need to practice as empaths, all normal, to be successful in this world dominated by narcissists and manipulative people. In a game, the topic we're going to focus on are these gang stalkers. So these people that are gang stalking us, following us, spying on us, they are what's known as monitoring spirits. Now, I always talk about my gym because it's a perfect example where a lot of testosterone is running high. People are working out, so a lot of competitive nature, a lot of vanity, a lot of ego, everything stripped back to the bare bones. So you get to kind of see people in that setting. Now, I try to work out pretty early, so pretty early in the morning. And so when I'm working out early in the morning, there's not many people in the gym, and there's quite a bit of space. But what I notice is that there's usually a certain people that I've now recognized who in the gym early in the morning, there's space everywhere. However, they always choose to work out right next to me or behind me. And sometimes when they're behind me, if somebody passes them, that person will like look at each other. They won't do anything, but there'll be like a kind of like understanding. Now, what I believe is that what's inside these people, this monitoring spirit, this Levatian, this demonic, Luciferian vibration that they carry, these dark forces they've tapped into, they recognize themselves straight away. So the same way as we carry this kind of like empathetic love feeling within our hearts, and we're connected to our hearts and our souls. They are not connected to their hearts, they're not connected to their souls, but the fact they recognize us and they recognize themselves. So the spirit they're tapped into recognizes itself in other. And to be honest with you, we are the same, because we can usually sense another empath if we are using our intuition. A lot of us, we don't trust our intuition. And I've been there before I had my awakenings, that you kind of like, something's off and you're not quite sure, but you kind of just ignore that. I've never ignored my intuition and it's turned out good. Every time I've ignored my intuition, it's gone the way that I thought it would, it's gone bad. So sometimes you need to start tuning into your gut. Your gut is like, look at it like your second brain. Look at it like God speaking to you. Is that true, the truth? Like, think with your brain about something and then just try and feel like, okay, what's my feeling is, does this feel right? Does this situation, does it sound right? Usually you know the answer. So today's one was just like, I was on a machine, a guy comes over and he takes a weight from the side and goes, can I use, do you want to use, can I use? All right. I was like, yeah, sure. He takes the smallest weight. He walks back to his station and then he puts it onto his bar, does like 2 reps of exercise, and then takes the weight off that he took from my one and got a lighter weight. So that's one thing. They want our attention. They want our energy. They want us to acknowledge them. And obviously, a lot of us, we do have quite intense eyes. But look at it like this way. When we're looking at someone and we're paying them attention, that attention is energy. There's an energy transfer. But if you're an empathic person, and even more than that, if you're someone that you feel like you're favored, chosen by God or Most High or by Source, you are God consciousness. So in essence, it's like that thing that's you, that your spirit is like a representation of God. So they actually want to have this high frequency, high vibrational energy on them, if that makes sense. So they'll come next to you, they'll stand next to you, they'll get your attention. Another guy today, I was leaving the locker, and again, there were so many lockers, but he was like, oh, he wanted to use my exact locker, but there was so many, but because it's the one I'm using, he looks at me, I look at him and say, yeah, sure, use it. that transfer and he goes into my locker that I used, again, it's the same thing. He could have found there was lockers all in rows empty, but the exact one I was using, he wants to use. Some of these people, it's not that they know what they're doing. It's not always malicious that they have a pull to us. But the other side guy, people, the monitoring spirits one is malicious. That's different. When they come and they're sitting next to us and they're pulling faces and they're looking at each other and they're watching us every move, stalking us. They're making fake accounts on our Instagram. They are driving in cars parked outside our house. As soon as we go, the car leaves or we come back. Sometimes it's actually family members that discarded you. I know with that can be the case with people. So you can have a family member like a sister or a brother or a cousin, or maybe not it could be a parent as well, but they could be very narcissistic, and you could have removed yourself and gone no contact with them. Now, because these people think that we are an extension of them, if they can't control, if you're not in their space for them to take supply from us, they have to somehow, again, that spirit of stalking us, like following us, finding out what we're doing, where we're going, testing us, seeing, testing our temperature. They're always testing our temperature, these people. So yeah, so that's what that is. But what these monitoring spirits are hoping for, and this is why we have to try our best to walk the narrow path, but to be fair to us, in general, we do walk the narrow path. As an empathic person, as even a normal person, we are still tapped into source. We are still connected to our hearts, and we've got our kind of moral compass. So we never do things very, very bad. Like, we never like get into very, very bad scenarios. But sometimes, even with me, like I'm a human being and we can react. There's reactive abuse, and even like I get, sometimes ladies with their boyfriends and their girlfriends are staying. I never even look back, but some days I'm just like, you know what? If these women are gonna keep behaving their way, I'm gonna give them something to think about. But anyway, so what they want us to do, they actually want us to make a mistake, and then they're gonna have their phones ready. They're gonna be calling the police on us. They're gonna expose us for being like them. So that's the main reason why they do what they do. They're vandals. They break into your house. They break things. They steal little things that you won't notice. They move things around. They want us to also feel intimidated. They want us to commit suicide at the extreme states. Extreme level. They want us to sort of feel like we're so ridiculed, we're so embarrassed, we can't walk down the street. With my smear campaigns and with what happened with the relationships the dynamics I was in, I know that after I had been discarded, it was very difficult to move in certain circles. Like, I wasn't being asked to certain things. Certain things were being cancelled. I was being shut out, stonewalled on certain events. But the way that I now see it, now I've had my awakening, is I can't miss anything that's for me. A lot of rejection is protection, and a lot of the time, if you're going somewhere and then the thing doesn't work out, who are you going to play to? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if I'm an artist and my audience is full of narcissists and they're all going along with an agenda, what do they deserve me? Do they deserve my work? Do I want to be there? Do I want to be adding to it? Because like a lot of the guys that I was in their group with who stonewalled me, like rejected me after I was, the smear campaign actually goes on while you're still with the person. So they were talking behind my back, and they're a very dysfunctional, toxic group. And just yesterday I was like, you know what, let me go and check in with these people and see. And I went around all of their stuff. I didn't see anybody doing like any like super forward, amazing work. So literally, they're just there waiting for you to do something, and then they've got someone to come up, like a come up. They can ride the back of your coattails and claim, oh yeah, we were there doing it, look, we did it. And it's just like they're not actually doing anything that dynamic, that creative, that's unique, unicorn. There's none of that at all. Yeah. We tend to have very big imaginations and creativity levels. It's due to, like, when we were younger, a lot of us were left alone and a lot of us had our own space. So we tend to go into ourselves, go into our minds. So we have like really like next level creativity, which can be good, but we want to stay grounded. We want to stay in our bodies. We don't want to keep leaving our bodies. We want to stay. That's why the physical exercise is good. But yeah, to talk on about these monitoring spirits, they're not there for the betterment of us. Yeah. They're not there like in a positive way. They're there literally to catch us out, to be the person to say, oh look, I told you he was bad, and they connect over their disdain for you. These people, monitoring spirits and narcissists and psychopaths, they are friends over both not liking you, and they both don't like you not because of anything you've done to them. It's because of the spirit that you carry and because of the dark forces they're tapped into. So it's like, do you know what I mean? They're not people who have their own life. They're very, very sad. They're insecure. They are, the dregs. They're like the leftovers. Drained. A lot of them are drained as well. You can feel the aura. They're all drained. Women are war bangers. They're not like vibrant bounce. Even in the gym, like the people that you see in there, there's like I in my off my head, I can think of like maybe like four kind of like attractive women that look bright. They look positive. They're neutral. They're just working out and they're glowing. Yeah, but the majority of people in there, either they're war bangers and they're trying to keep their youth, so they're just working on their body, narcissistic, because they know that they're getting older. So they've, the last thing they've got is their bodies, or they're young, and again they're quite vain and ego, so they're doing the whole like camel toe tight shorts. They can't see you because they can't see themselves, or people that are really overweight that are trying to improve, which is great. And there's not many of those guys in there. But yeah, the gym is just a really like it's a very it's a great place to people watch. But the more I go in there, the more I try to stay in my own lane, in my own zone, doing my own thing. I just pick up on too many vibrations, and sometimes because of the fact of we're on this lone journey, it's easy to have a conversation with somebody and just begin to overshare just because you haven't spoken to someone in a long time or in a while. So it's easy for us to be opened up by people when they ask us questions. So we have to really be careful of that we don't overshare, give too much information away. But yeah, this monitoring experience, be aware of these people. Then they're not there for the betterments of us or the community. They don't like us. They can't do anything. They're crickets. They're really harmless. They won't touch you. Nah, they can't do anything to you. But know that they're waiting for you to mess up. They want to expose you. They want to show people, oh look, I told you we were right to cancel them or to discard them or to fight with them. Look at what they're doing. Look, I haven't even shown them anything, and look at how they're behaving. That's how they think. And yeah, they don't like their own lives. These people, they don't have their own lives. They don't like their own scenario. Some of them deep down actually admire you. Like they like watching you. Like you can even give them a show to watch. Like they admire watching, stalking you. Like you go to a certain shop and you turn up there and the same person is in the shop at the same time that you go there. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, what? Like they know where you're going before you know. That's how these people they go on. Let me see if I wrote anything down here. Yeah. I think I've touched on most of the things that I want to touch on. Trust your intuition, your gut. Yeah, if you go somewhere, continue to go there. Don't worry too much. They want us to be worried. They want us to be hyper vigilant. They want us to be nervous, and they want to project all their vibrations onto us, so we end up having all their shame that they've got, shame dumping, blame shifting, all this stuff that they're doing. It's just to get away from, their own sad lives. They're so low vibrational. They're in the gym. The gym is a great place to increase your vibration. I don't know why more people don't do it. Like, you're in there, why look around and and watch people when you could push yourself, get all the wonderful endorphins flowing through your blood, your body, your blood, your cortisol goes down. You feel good. You feel invigorated. You see people, you say hello, morning. Da, da. No, none of that. It's just angry face, looking around, comparing, watching you, trying to get into your way. So you have oh, sorry, oh, hi, da, da, da. Oh, are you using that? Oh, can I use this? Can I use that? So you have some sort of communication with these people. No, man. Try your best to not give away your supply. Like, the energy you got, the attention that you got is for you. It's not for no one. You can change your mind as well. You can say hello to someone, see them giving you weird vibrations, or see them acting up, and then the next day just ignore them. Like, you don't owe anybody anything, man. Seriously, I need to remind myself of that as well. You could be cool with one person one day, and the next day they're not cool with you, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Keep it moving, blood.